Good morning. How are y'all doing? Well, good afternoon. I'm recording this in the morning time for this afternoon. But we are going to get right into it. Please hit that like button as you enter. This helps the video get out to more people. It helps support the channel, and more people need to see this video. And if you want them to, you have to hit that like button. Feel free to share any of my videos out. And how you doing? How are y'all doing today on this happy Friday? Now, this video may not be a happy video, but I'm trying to end it in a good note. Okay, so stay to the end. We're going to figure out how you can do this yourself. I'm going to show you how you can do this yourself. Okay, it's very, very simple. So, 6 breads have been removed from store shelves containing pesticides. You heard it. You heard it. You heard it. You heard it. So, we're going to get into that, and we're going to get into how you can make your own bread and not have to worry about what's in your bread. This should be our daily bread, not deadly bread. Bread is one of the most basic foods in anybody's kitchen. This is around the world, they say, but even everyday staples aren't immune to contamination concerns. At this point, nothing is immune if you think about it. Every day there is a recall. Every week there are multiple recalls, rather, concerns also. Although these products were not necessarily recalled by federal authorities, the detection led to increased scrutiny, and some stores pulled affected loaves from the shelves.
There is a major disconnect between a chemical labeled as unsafe to ingest and its quiet presence in everyday food like bread. An independent testing from certified third-party labs found triple-digit glyphosate levels in several widely consumed brands, including Nature's Own Butter Bread, Nature's Own Perfected Crafted White, Wonder Bread Classic White, and Sara Lee Honey Wheat. In contrast, Sara Lee Artisano White and Pepperidge Farmhouse White had no detectable glyphosate levels. So once again, and we've seen this in every category that we have tested, whether it's the baby formula or the candy, there are problematic levels of some of these contaminants. And then in that same category of food, there are some that don't have any detectable levels. So what does that tell us? There is a right way to do it without these chemicals getting into the food supply.
Exactly. There is a right way to do it. Now, I'm not going to hate on her. I don't have to like Ron DeSantis to agree with her. You see what I'm saying? I don't understand why everybody makes things so political. This is about people's health, and she's proving a point. If they have these breads over here that don't have it in there at all, then why do these companies over here with this bread over here now have this in there? That makes absolutely no sense to me. So here you have the chart right here, Nature's Own Butter Bread, Nature's Own Perfectly Crafted White, Dave's Killer Bread. That's the white. Dave's Killer Bread, whole grain. Wonder Bread, Classic White. Sara Lee Honey Wheat. All of those have this weed killer glyphosate in it. Okay. I don't care what the percentage is. You can see it right there for yourself, but has that in there. And then you have Sara Lee and Pepperidge Farm, the Artisan White and the Farmhouse Hardy White, which have none. So if Sara Lee, the Artisan White, and Pepperidge Farm, the Farmhouse Hardy White, can make their bread and not have this in there, why can't all these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 other breads do the same? So I'm not mad at her for coming out. And I hope that they pull them all from not just in Florida, but in other states as well. Because what they're saying is FDA has not done this. FDA has not done this. One of my videos where I made bread. I'm going to show you how to make some bread real quick. Okay. Instead of just sharing that video out, I'm going to add it in here as wash your hands. Okay. It's already done that. Make sure you have warm water I got water from the filtered water, and then I warmed it up for about a minute, and it was warm. So not hot, because hot is going to kill your yeast. The first thing you are going to do is you're going to add the water to your bowl, 2 cups, and then you're going to add 1.5 tablespoons of yeast to the top of the water. Just sprinkle it over the water. I got all my ingredients lined up, so that's the easy. I got this recipe from Good Simple Living. Shout out to them. I love watching that channel. It's like a homesteading channel. It's a family YouTube channel. They are definitely Christians, and this bread is definitely godly. It is such a delicious, fluffy bread. This way I can tell you to make sure, you go through it really fast, is to just have everything lined up. Then we're going to use salt, 1.5 teaspoons. Just sprinkle it on the top of that. I'm using Redmond's real salt. That's why it looks how it looks. Next, we're going to do sugar, because sugar feeds the yeast. That's all you need to know. You need that sugar to feed the yeast to make it come alive. So 2/3 cup of sugar. I'm using a regular sugar. You can use raw. You can use organic. We're just going to sprinkle that on in there. See how fast this is moving, y'all? It is not complicated. So now we have 1/4 cup of oil. I am using, and not vegetable oil. I'm using avocado oil. I've never used the avocado oil, so I don't know how this is going to come out in it. I usually use extra virgin olive oil, but I was out. Like I said, I've been using it. So you're going to pour that in there. I like those little cups. And now we're going to add, it calls for 6 cups of flour, but we're going to do 5.5 cups, or 5 cups rather. We're going to do 5 cups of flour, all-purpose flour, and we're going to add that to it half at a time. That extra cup, that 6 cup, we're going to use that when it's time to knead. So what I do know is, if you're using an all-purpose flour, you're probably going to need a little bit longer, but still don't try to go over 3 minutes, because you don't want to work the bread too much. So I'm using all-purpose. I'm not scraping it off. I'm just going to shake it till it's about even. That's 1, 2. So you can see what I'm doing. And on this 3rd one, we're going to go ahead and start stirring it. And then we'll add the other 2. So that's 3 cups I've already put into the bowl. So you're just going to stir this up. Once you get the majority of this stirred up, then add your other cups of flour to it. You have 2 cups remaining that you have to do. Make sure you get to the bottom where all the sugar and salt kind of sink to the bottom. So now we're going to add, that's our 4th cup. And this is cup number 5. And start to stiffen up. It's not loose. It's gonna look just like that. Let me know if you do this yourself. One of you guys sent these to me, and I really do appreciate it. This is my first time using it. Usually I just use my countertop. So you're just gonna put your dough out, and you're gonna start kneading it. Now I probably should have put some flour down, because I'm running my mouth, doing too much. So what I'm gonna do, sprinkle a little bit on top. Make sure your hands are clean. Sprinkle it on my hands so I can pick it up, and that way I can now put somewhere. I should have had it before. Do that on that side. That helps keep you from sticking. Don't forget that part like I just did. I always forget something when I'm trying to show you how I do something. I'm not telling you this is how you got to do it. So now we're going to need, pull it to you, push it. Pull it, push it. That's what that 6 cup of flour is. If it's sticky, you can add a little more flour to it. I have a bad hand, so I tend to use both my hands, but you could do it with one. So what I'm doing now is kneading. This process helps wake up the gluten that's in here. Like I said, you're going to do this for about 3 minutes. In a minute, I'm going to look for some pullback. You can kind of see a little pullback with it now. See how that is right there? How it sprung back. That's what you want to see right there. That's enough for you right there. So I'm going to use the same bowl. Now you can choose to oil your bowl or not. Some people do, some people don't. I've done it both ways. It doesn't matter to me because in the end, I'm going to put butter on top of it when it's done. Not going to put a lot of oil in here. That's all. And then pick this up. Top part down, flip it over. Now you got some oil over. You don't want a lot of oil on it. Then you're going to cover this up. Depending on your house, how hot or cold it is in your house determines how long it's going to take. But it's usually going to take at least an hour. And what it's going to do is going to rise up. You want it to expand double the size. So at least probably to around here will be double the size. But first, we're going to cover it up and set it aside. And while it's proofing, I'm about to start getting my chicken cleaned and everything so I can get that fried up. So right now I'm frying some little drumette. I'm going to proof this dough twice, okay? Once in the bowl, as you can see, it has risen. It has doubled its size, actually up a little bit further. And there is no Roundup in it. Imagine that. Once I get it into the pan, you're going to let it sit for another hour and rise in the pan. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put a little bit of flour in my clean hands, okay? In my clean hands, just so that I can get in here. You don't have to punch it if you don't want to. I'm not going to punch it. You see how soft and fluffy this is? That's the only reason why I decided I'm going to do it as a rose. You got it? I set this on top of my oven, covered it up, and let it sit like that, and that helped it, you know, get to how it needs to be. So I'm going to set this aside for a second. I was going to do this without showing you, but I'm going to spray one pan. Gotta wash some dishes. So just some little vegetable oil. Do not use butter because butter is going to make it cook on the outside faster than it's cooking on the inside. Okay, so what we're going to do now is you don't have to take it out. Just come in with your hands like this and break it. You don't need your cutter. Just use your hands. Flour on my hand again. That way I can get it up out of here. Okay, so you don't want to be working with it too much. So try to, hold on. There's a little stickiness to it. It's okay. It has a little stickiness to it. Just put a little bit of flour on it. Put your hand on it. Like that. Okay? So you want to put it into a loaf. Trying to make sure y'all can see it. You want it to be into a loaf like this. See how I'm doing? There we go. right there. Okay. I'm going to use this pan. I'm going to make some dinner rolls, bread roll. That's all you're doing. You don't want to mess with it too much, right? So now that you have it like this, go in, squeeze it off like this, come in and just twist the bottom. Don't do anything else to it. And then put it on your pan. You're going to make sure they're touching each other. And you can make it however big or small you want it to be. Chicken. Okay, so let's go forward some. Flour, it has risen, as you can see here. Have risen as well. So I'm about to put them in 350-degree oven for 40 minutes. And this is what your bread can come out looking like. It's not buttered yet, but a bread that you can trust. Now, I don't make bread a lot because we don't eat a lot of bread here anymore. But when I do have a taste for some good fresh bread, I do make bread. I could just eat bread like that without gaining weight, but that's not the case. But if you are a bread eater, this is a very easy recipe. I can never repay you for. What you're going to do now is not leave this in the pan because it'll start to sweat and it'll make the bottom wet and soft. So I'm going to take it out of the pan. I'm going to butter the top of both of them. This with just regular butter. This one with like a sweet butter that I'm going to make. And we're going to cut into it, y'all. Every hour that shall pass, it's yours to have. It's definitely ready to just come on out. To mold and shape, Lord, fill this place. Gosh, fresh bread. Okay. I am a vessel. Again, this bread is not going to last you as long as your store-bought bread because that bread has a bunch of preservatives. Now, you can just do the top. I like to butter the side. And apparently Roundup. That's too, y'all. So, yeah, you'll have to keep making bread. But, hey, you'll have fresh bread that tastes better than store-bought, and you won't have all those preservatives. And you can prepare your dough. So, at that dough stage, say you want to make bread a couple days of the week, you can freeze that. Like make enough, put it in Ziploc bags, and you can freeze it and unthaw it. Now look at that. This is what you want. Light, airy. Look at that. Heavenly. Okay. So I decided to pull them off, and I'm going to zoom in so you can see. It smells. Look at my arm. Look at this. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Let me get in the camera. Y'all gotta get you some. Y'all, that's my saying. If anybody know how to make a shirt that say get you some, make me a shirt and send it to me. Get you some. The more you do, the more you'll get better at it. Okay? I mean, this bread is literally talking to me. Eat me. Yes, I will. But when you put that butter on it, so I'm going to hurry and get that butter on the rest of them. And probably about 1 tablespoon of honey, honestly. Because we don't want our tops to be. Now, you guys, that bread turned out so great. You can do this. I know that you can do this. I trust and believe that because I am not a baker, okay? I am not a baker, but I was determined to make bread. And so I've done a few different recipes, but this recipe right here was so simple. The bread turned out way better than any of the other recipes that I did, even though I enjoyed my first bread that I ever made in that Pullman pan loaf. That get you one of those. Those are good too, but you can get those little pans that I had. You see the bread, it's enough. You don't need a long thing of bread. But y'all, more recalls, more recalls. Y'all take care. Let me know what you think down below, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Remember to hit that like, subscribe to the channel if you have not. And oh, by the way, I'm gonna start putting gardening videos on my other channel, Tommy Bites Life. So if you are not subscribed and you want to see gardening videos, fishing videos, go over there and subscribe to that channel right now. Okay, help your girl grow over there. I'm gonna try to focus more on news stories over here, but every now and then, you know, y'all, I'm doing my shorts and I'm doing the morning motivation and stuff like that over here. I don't want to do too much over here because the algorithm won't know where to put me. So that's why I'm trying to stick to news over here. And even though my other channel is Tommy Bites Life, I want to build over there as well. So I need you guys to go over there. If you like gardening videos, go over there because I'm about to start my seeds. So if you are a beginner gardener, go over there. If you want to grow in containers, I will be growing in containers. I will be growing in raised beds as well. So I'll see y'all in the next video. And thanks for supporting the channel. I love you, but God loves you more. He created only one you. Be the very best you that you could be. And when you are, go out and spread God's love. Peace, love, and light. Thanks for being here on Tommy Bites TV.